Recorded at Cosmic Comics in Rockingham, Western Australia, you're listening to The Comic Box with your hosts, Psycho Scott,
Movie Matt,
Adam Ann,
The Wookie,
and we're here to talk you through another week of Geek! How is everyone?
Good.
Good.
Good. Way better now that that guy isn't there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Goodbye, that guy.
Apparently I didn't get fired because I'm here.
You're here because the other guy got fired.
Oh, okay.
Actually, you're all fired.
We're all fired.
No, you don't realise that when Ray hits a certain level, he evolves into Jeff. So that's actually Ray there.
The evolved form.
I'll have to go and...
Could I go shoot myself then? Because I really don't like that idea.
Feel free.
Thank you.
He's got a date today. Don't you want to be that person?
He won the washer and dryer and now he has a
Okay,
date.
yeah.
Is it? I think not.
But it's not with the same person he had with a date with yesterday, now is it?
Yeah, because yesterday he dated the washer and now he's dating the dryer.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
See? See? I thought he was going to come back and win something new.
I don't know. He licked the Lamborghini and left.
So Lamborghinis are aphrodisiacs.
I guess so. They are for washer and dryers. Very disturbing. Very disturbing. Okay, so head over to the news. Straight on to the news.
Yep.
Okay. Basically, I haven't really got a whole pile of news. I wanted to talk about Marvel now more than anything. Over from October, I think there's 2 released in October through to February. Marvel is doing 22 new titles, new-ish titles, revamps. They're not doing the DC 52 thing, because there's only 22. It's the natural progression after Avengers vs. X-Men. So it's not a reboot. I think they called it Re-Evolution originally. So now it's Marvel Now. That's what it's known as. They have announced 5 of the titles. The first flagship title is Uncanny Avengers, which is
Interesting.
probably better for me to look up because I can't remember who wrote and drew it. Who did that one? Uncanny Avengers was Remender? Is it Remender that's doing Uncanny Avengers? Uncanny Avengers is Remender and Cassidy doing the artwork. One of the other titles was the All New X-Men, which is done by Brian Michael Bendis and Stuart Immonen. And Avengers and New Avengers are now going to be written by Jonathan Hickman and artwork by some other guy for each of them. And the other new title that's just been announced is A plus X, which is a lot like the A versus X that's running with Avengers vs. X-Men at the moment. It's got 2 stories in it, and they're each written and drawn by a different person about 2 different heroes each time.
Are they're friends now instead of fighting against each other?
Yeah, it's plus instead of versus.
So you're saying that every one of these new 22 all are about Avengers?
It appears so far.
Avengers and X-Men.
They are going to be doing other titles. Apparently... Oh, look, we have a phone question. So where was it? Before the phone rang?
Something about...
A plus X.
Yeah,
that's right. They're not just going to be Avengers and X-Men titles. They have said that they're going to be doing a Iron Man...
Spider-Man?
Basically all of the main heroes. Iron Man, Spider-Man, Thor, Hulk. They're all going to be... not so much restarting, but they are going to start from number 1 with a completely new outlook on the characters. Basically, it's to try and tie into the movies. They're introducing a lot of, like, the movie tie-in characters. Like, they're bringing back Guardians of the Galaxy characters, because there's going to be a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. A few of the other titles that they haven't announced, but they've just shown images of. There was one which is introducing ridiculously old characters. Like there's one called Star-Lord.
Who?
Yeah. He was around for like 3 issues in the 80s. No, 70s, I think. There was another one which is Miss America.
Miss America.
Who last time showed up in a comic in 1974, and she was just some woman with glasses.
And that was it.
And she's going to be mixed with a couple of other characters.
Do you think Marvel is simply incapable of creating original characters?
I think so, yeah.
They have to go back and mine the depths of the 1980s roster to try and find things.
DC are doing it a little bit at the moment too. They're bringing back
digging
Amethyst.
deep.
Amethyst.
So, there's some weird characters floating around and I don't know why.
Once Stan the Man passes on into the next dimension or whatever the heck he does when he dies.
He evolves. He becomes the Watcher.
Marvel will just have to keep going back to the 60s and the 50s and just keep going back until they run out of ideas, and then they can reboot everything again.
Exactly. That's what Bendis is planning. He's going to make a comic about Stan Lee.
Kind of also reminds me of what they're doing in Hollywood recently with restarting, rebooting, remaking, doing prequels to old series.
I looked up something the other day and I can't remember what it was, but it said that the stories were written by Stan Lee and Ralph Macchio.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Now, Ralph Macchio is Karate Kid.
Yeah.
It's not him.
Oh.
There's been a Ralph Macchio working at Marvel for years now, and he's edited the entire run of everything that's the Ultimate Universe for Marvel. And I've always gone, Ralph Macchio, what? He is actually no relation or anything like that, but they call him the Karate Kid because of the association.
Yeah.
And he was actually asked in an interview, if a movie would have been made of your life, who would you like to star as you in the movie? He said, Ralph Macchio.
Ralph Macchio playing himself.
Ew! I don't want to see that movie.
I don't want to see most of the movies I've seen lately.
Yeah, true. There's some been horrible ones. But yeah, there's been some good ones that we will now go on to after this short ad break. Ad break. Here's an ad break. With over 20,000 items in stock and new stock coming in every Thursday, Cosmic Comics is the place to be for all your awesome geekiness. We have 5 distributors of comics, toys, statues and more. So chances are, if you've seen it anywhere else, we can get it too. Located just across from Rockingham City Shopping Centre, there is no better comic shop in WA. Cosmic Comics, we're more than just a comic shop. Yay! We're back, here we are. Okay, what I was talking about was what we're going to talk about right now, and only one of the 4 of us has seen it. And that's The Dark Knight Rises.
Yay!
All I know is somebody got killed. Well, 9 somebodies, but that's something different. Yes, you saw Dark Knight Rises.
Yes, I did. I saw it the day it came out. Not the midnight one, because that's only for freaks. But
yes.
I mean
So Ray saw it.
No, it wasn't the midnight one. No? He saw it after me. Like, the one after it. He said, "Let me know what you want me to come in and spoil."
Yeah. That's like, thanks for that, Ray.
And I was like, too late.
Yeah. So I've heard all the spoilers from you. Do you reckon we could do a spoil-free sort of idea of it?
Yeah. Just don't say anything that happens in the last half an hour.
So Bane's in it, and Batman's
spoilers,
in
man.
It,
oh, jeez.
And Catwoman that's not Catwoman's in it. That was really weird. I watched Movie Bob's review of it, and he said, the best part of the movie is Catwoman, not for the reasons you think. What reasons am I supposed to think?
Is he a pervert? I don't
know. But yeah, very, very strange. So you thought it was a good movie?
Yeah, it was a really good movie. Jesus, what's wrong
you're still in the same mindset that you were when you came out of it? You still think it's like...
Yeah, like I said, coming out of it, it'd be perfect, and then you think about it, and it goes down 1 point. Yeah, there you go. So it's the same thing. I don't know, just off with the bad stuff, and then move on to the good stuff, so that everyone feels good at the end. Or,
let's go with that. Let's start with the bad.
Okay. Bad stuff that you might think they're in there, but I don't see. Some people complain it was too long. I didn't see that. I mean, it was always stuff happening. Yeah. So I don't see what the point is. I don't really think length is ever an issue if it's interesting.
If it's got a good story behind it and everything,
I mean, all the Lord of the Rings are 4 hours long each. The Godfather was 3.5 hours, and that's renowned and locked away in vaults everywhere as the greatest thing in the history of the universe.
Yeah, for some weird reason.
So length is never an issue to me, but some people might have a problem with that, so that might be a negative for you.
I guess that could be because I've got really small attention spans.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people complaining about having to sit there for so long, but as long as it's a good movie.
The Dark Knight Rises is 10 minutes longer than The Dark Knight.
Yeah. And they thought Dark Knight was brilliant, so,
10 minutes to me, that's the credit length.
Yeah. Sometimes.
And a lot of people do stay after the credits.
Sometimes they're that short.
Yeah, so they say after credits, there's got to be something after the credits. Surely. No.
It's the last one.
Yeah, there's nothing after the credits. Just give it up.
Not to mention, was it...
Is that one of the bad points, the fact that it's the last one? Or do you think
that's
finished?
a bad thing. I think.
Do you think it finished okay?
It finished great. It was a great ending. Yes.
That's it.
It's fine. It's good. It's done. It's like okay, fine. They can make another one if they want, but
you really don't need to.
Really don't need to. And obviously Nolan's like, no, not doing it anymore. I'm over this. I think he said that after the second one too. Like,
I think so, yeah.
Like he just said, I don't have to make another one, but I could be happy leaving it at this.
I think it came down to the third one. It was like, I want to get all my friends in a movie.
Yeah. But then there was like a group of people outside the window the next day saying, nah, son of a bitch, you're doing another one.
But they're going to have to do another one if they're going to lead it into the Justice League movie.
Not if they reboot it.
Well, they're going to have to reboot.
Yeah.
They'll have to
They'll reboot it.
The new 52 style.
Yeah, true.
Yep. And they'll bring in some other one. Probably bring in Mark Webb.
Yay.
The guy who did Chronicle.
So did you reckon they'd actually get to play Batman in the new one when they do it, or the reboot?
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright should be Batman, sure. Yes. He would cast Michael Cera as Batman, which is really sad.
That would be evil.
Do you remember Batman and Robin? Was actually on
it was
TV last night.
Yeah, it was on TV last night. They had a whole thing like a commercial beforehand saying Superhero Week coming now. Like, I was like, all those movies in that preview. I was like, I wouldn't mind watching all those again. Okay, what's coming up? Batman, Robin, I'm out.
Daredevil.
Anyone else? Any other ones? I'd be happy to sit there and watch again. Okay, how bad they
terrible.
are.
That's good for a laugh though.
Yeah.
I actually sat there and watched it, and I'm throwing in something completely different than what we're talking about. But it's Batman. I saw one scene from Batman and Robin where Robin's trying to chase after Mr. Freeze after he crashes the party and everything. They go down that arm and
the giant
stops
statue.
him from jumping, and then they go back to the Batcave, and Dick's all like, I could have made it! This is always Batman and Robin, not Robin and Batman! And, you know, George Clooney's like, yes. Really? You want another take? No, that's it. Yes.
I don't think George Clooney figured out the fact that Bruce Wayne and Batman are supposed to be separate things. He just thinks they're the same person, just one is just Bruce Wayne wearing a batsuit.
But the thing is, that story is played out perfectly in the comics many, many times.
Yeah.
But in that movie, it's like, wow, show some emotion or something. Wow.
Speaking of Bane, I was in that movie. Bane, crush.
Bane was big in that one.
Well, that's because they had a professional wrestler.
He had like 4 words in that movie, I think. He has much more words in this movie. Many of which people are complaining that they can't understand, but I don't know what the problem is with that. I could understand them. I
could understand it on the trailer.
Yeah.
And that was before they overdubbed.
Well, like, you can tell it's overdubbed, really clearly.
Should we associate that, sort of calm everybody down? Of course, movies are overdubbed. They're always overdubbed.
Every 95% of dialogue you see on the screen is overdubbed.
Yes.
All the time. Whenever they're like 90 million miles away from the camera, that's overdubbed. You can't get a
no way you can get the boom over.
They do that because of ambient noise and things like that. They have to redub it because it just sounds like, well, crap when they get it back.
Exactly.
So that's just a problem there. But the problem with that is that they make him so clearly overdubbed, like really, compared to everyone else. Like the opening scene, this isn't ruining anything. They're on a plane.
Yeah.
And everyone else has this sort of tone to their voice, but when he talks, it's like so clear over the top of that track. You can just, it's like, he's really clear. And the fact that they're trying to hide the fact that it's Bane, that kind of gives it away that it's him.
But, so basically he's saying they might as well have had a sign above his head going...
Neon sign. Bane.
I'm here.
Bane. Did they ever give him another name or just call him Bane?
I think they only called him Bane like twice.
Yeah.
But that was like his people called him that, and that spread to the Okay. He was fine. I don't know what the problem is, but people might have a problem with that. Some people are complaining they can't understand him, and they can't understand Batman, and they can't understand some other people. I don't know. I think you have more problem understanding Expendables too, like you said.
What? Let's just go with it.
Another negative people might have is that there is a lot of it without Batman.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people complaining about not enough Batman in a Batman movie.
He shows up for a bit at the start and the end, like all the end. So, but like, yeah, people. But one argument I heard against that is that this is the first movie where Bruce Wayne is Batman the whole movie. Like even when he's not in the cape and cowl, he's still Batman.
Yep.
Because he's just abandoned that mask and that.
Yep.
So that's one argument, I guess. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, he wasn't really being the playboy at all in this movie.
Like, he wasn't trying to put.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if he did any at all. No, because he went into reclusion after the last one. So he never was.
Okay. So he got into his mopey mood.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't go emo and start dancing, did he?
No.
God for that.
Which is funny because he has a black suit. So
no!
I think that would be the trade-off, wouldn't it? Like, So anyway, that's pretty much all the negatives I can think of. Which I don't think I had a negative in those.
Really, totally negative.
Yeah, they're kind of like pet peeves, really. They're like picking on it for no reason.
But let's face it, Batman's story mostly, isn't about Batman. It's about his villains.
Yeah.
And him detecting those villains.
Actually, that was one criticism I heard, was people were saying it's not funny enough. There's not enough Batman isn't funny.
It's not
enough comedy to be funny.
The fact there are parts in it that are actually funny is way more than he had to do. He didn't have to put anything funny in that movie.
You're not supposed to have humour in Batman.
No.
My impression was, they're always meant to be dark in that. And,
Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight again rises.
Yes.
They should have just renamed The Return of the Dark Knight, so I could go with Return of the King and Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Dark Knight rises again.
In fire.
Oh dear.
But yeah, on to the good bits.
Yes, good bits. I like good bits.
First of all, acting.
Acting, yes.
Acting. Across the board. Amazing. Everyone. Tom Hardy. Holy hell.
Did he come across imposing and threatening?
The first time Bane fights Batman, he is terrifying. Like, absolutely, I was scared crapless. I have to say crapless because the other word is not right. But yeah, he's terrifying. Because he went to the same school of training as Batman. Because he trained under Ra's al Ghul as well. So everything that Batman would normally do to throw off an enemy, he knows all those tricks. So the whole fight, he's just like, this is not doing anything.
So was there a lot of the close combat like they did in Begins?
Yeah, but it shoots a bit further back. Yeah. So they actually just show the fight. They don't go cutting around and things like that.
That's nice.
Yeah, because he said he was doing it in IMAX and everything like that, so you could see more. That's what I like. That's what I like to see in a movie.
Because the first time they fight, they're on like a bridge, so like across. It's like in the sewers, so like it's further. So, but that whole time he can either shoot behind Bane or behind Batman. There was only 2 shots he could get.
Yep.
So that's why he was restricted in that way. But it looks way more like an actual brawl then. Cool. They're just duking it out and that stuff. That leads me to one of the things, like, he's supposed to say he's supposed to be a master of martial arts and that kind of stuff. And people are saying, why isn't he doing flips and things like that? I don't... What? He's in a suit. The fact of the matter is Bane isn't a martial artist. He's a brawler.
Yeah.
So in order to combat that, you have to have the same kind of fight style. So I never really got why people were arguing why Batman wasn't flipping. He wasn't flipping in any other movies either.
No.
In that suit, I wouldn't be flipping either.
So Bane's great. People were talking about Catwoman. Anne Hathaway's good in it too. I mean, everyone was saying how good she was and all that. So she does a good enough job.
A lot of people were saying I was a little worried, but she was the only weak link that I really saw. I was a little bit worried about Tom Hardy as Bane. But after hearing what you said, sounds cool.
I mean, when you first hear his voice, you're like, really? That's his voice?
Shouldn't he sound Mexican?
It's mostly not because of his voice, but the first line he has to say is that makes you go, not so sure. But then as soon as he starts talking, and you realise he's got that kind of, I'm going to kill you and I don't give a rat's ass, like kind of tone in his voice. That's when you start going, that matches him, Makes him sound intelligent, but also wants to kill people. But anyway, I was talking about Catwoman.
Yes, Catwoman.
She does a good enough job at that. I mean, like, they didn't really have to call her Catwoman or anything. I don't think they ever did call her Catwoman in that movie. I mean, the best they got was they called her a cat burglar.
Was she ever like classic Catwoman with the whip and all that sort of stuff? No, So never really reached the Catwoman stage.
No, it was like she was on a mid-ground. Like she was on the way to becoming Catwoman, but
sort of Catwoman Begins.
Yes, exactly. Like she didn't have that theatricality to her. Maybe after meeting Batman, she would incorporate that into her. But like the closest she had to being Catwoman is that she has those goggles she could fold up into cat ears, pretty much. But it doesn't look forced. It just looks like cat ears.
That's what it does.
So like that's as close as she gets to looking like Catwoman.
Okay.
So if you don't like her being Catwoman, you could pretty much just say she's not Catwoman. No, she's just a cat burglar.
Cat burglar.
I have to give special thanks to Michael Caine. He doesn't really show up much in this movie. When he does, you cry.
Wow. Okay.
He shows up and cries. That's what he does. He's his character in this movie.
That's his role.
He rocks up, He talks to Bruce about an idiot he is, and then cries. That's what his dialogue is.
Okay.
I'm like, he's right. Why the hell are you still fighting, you idiot? Get out of there.
Listen to your butler.
There's just standard Morgan Freeman. Yeah, he's always cool. And of course, Batman.
Yep.
Yeah, he still has the gruff voice, but it doesn't really matter. I don't care. I've gotten over it.
I never understood people's complaints about the whatever. He's got to mask his voice. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you're going to look back at like the whole George Clooney thing you just said about, don't mask your voice. It's kind of obvious who you are.
Yeah.
I'm Batwing. Oh crap.
So that's the acting though. Action is really good.
Yep.
Obviously, I mean, like one of the complaints Ray had wasn't like it didn't going to have any action in it.
Okay.
It didn't look like it was going to have much action in it. I don't know what he's talking about. Like, it's great. I mean, like you said, everything's practical.
Yep.
Like everything.
Yep.
It's awesome action.
It's good.
The whole bat thing. Everyone's talking about that flying machine.
Yep.
Yeah. They incorporate that. It looks like from the front. It just looks like a jet thing, but it has two rotors underneath it, like helicopter propellers.
Yep.
Underneath the backside of it. So that's how it flies.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
So I was like, I don't see how I was going to do a jet thing, but a helicopter thing, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So that thing was really cool. There was all the standard stuff, like you've seen all of it in the trailer, pretty much.
Most of it. Yeah.
The stadium collapsing and things like that.
Yep.
That all sets up the whole idea of Bane destroying the city and that.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's that. That's all the action's really good. Soundtrack people were saying was too booming and things like that, but I think it was more simple to the point that it helped the movie. Like everyone knows that chanting.
Yep.
The chanting. That chanting signifies Bane.
Yep.
That's what that chanting is supposed to show. But then we all know the Batman music.
Yep.
The stuff that signifies him showing up. So then basically the movie is basically those two tunes fighting each other for supremacy of the city, pretty much. Like the two are fighting each other. When Batman first comes back, this is the thing I've heard from everyone who's seen it so far. The first time Batman comes onto the scene, after all these years of not being there and that music comes back and floods in, everyone's like, that's the greatest part of the movie. It's so cool. It's like Batman's back.
That's what the music's supposed to do. It's supposed to give you the sense of what the scene is trying to portray and all that.
I mean, it's just Mark Zimmer this time. It's not the other guy who was helping out before.
Yeah.
So it's not as complex as it was before, but it does a good job of doing what it needs to do. So the music's great. What else is there that I have to talk about? I don't know. Music, the story's good, obviously. I should talk about the story first, I guess.
Story.
But overall, the Joker was about inciting chaos in the city.
Yeah.
Bane just wants to flat out kill it, like destroy the city. He doesn't give a rat's ass about anything. So that way, to me, he actually feels like a more threatening of a villain.
So he's not like trying to take over and he just wants to destroy Gotham.
Pretty much.
Basically what Ra's al Ghul wanted to do in the beginning.
Yeah, spoilers.
Ish.
Spoilers.
Ish.
Ish, yeah, like he's basically like that's that same plan pretty much. Just burn it down and rebuild it, yeah. So like there's that whole thing there. So to me he felt like more threatening of a villain than Joker did, because even with Joker he wasn't going to kill Batman. He was never really going to kill them unless it was just for fun. But like he told he wasn't going to kill him because he's too much fun. So but Bane would just flat out kill Batman if he
Well, I mean, you look at the comic books. I mean, there was that one series where Bane broke Batman's back.
Broke a bat.
Yeah. Because like everyone was saying, it sounds like this story's going to be Nightfall and No Man's Land.
Yeah.
And there's like another one in there somewhere. I don't know, something else. But it's pretty close to that. It tries to pay homage to like all the different storylines.
Yep.
I mean, there's some things they obviously can't do, like because it's not spoiling anything. I mean, if he did break his back and all that stuff, maybe you don't know, you haven't seen the movie, whatever. But in the comic, he was out of action for like how many months?
Oh yeah, it was like 2 years or something like that.
Yeah. So obviously they can't do that in a movie. Yeah, they can't have him out of action for 2 years. Comes back, Gotham's exploded.
Gotham is dead. Oh.
Yeah. So like there's like liberties like that. It's Christopher Nolan's Batman. So,
it's his own story. Let him tell his.
Yeah. Basically, I listened to the Spill review, but they said every nutball theory you've heard about Batman, they all happen. So no matter how ridiculous the theory was that you heard about that movie, it happens. So you're all right. It's just varying degrees of how right you are.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just finish by saying it has a great ending that brings an end to the series, and it's go see it. Like, just go see it now.
Would you still, because when you first came out of it, you said it was better than Avengers. Would you still say that it's better than Avengers?
Yes. is they would.
It is better, not on par, definitely better.
Definitely better to me. It's definitely better than Avengers. Avengers to me, when I think back to it, I probably have to watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
But all I can remember is one-liner, CG monster fighting a CG monster. That's really one-liner.
Yeah.
And Thor trying to murder Captain America.
Yeah.
That's.
I asked Ray when he first came in after he saw it, and he said, "Yeah, it was brilliant. It was excellent movie. Yeah, woo." I said, "Was it better than Avengers?" No. Oh, okay, that was a very definite no.
No. I feel it's better than Avengers because not only is it the end of a Batman saga, but it's the end of the best Batman saga. It will be the best Batman saga. I don't care what they bring out after
Even if they relaunch and everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bane was 1,000 times more threatening than Loki ever could have been.
Oh, hell yeah.
Loki was a cartoon character in that movie.
Yeah.
It was
Especially by the end.
Yeah, but to me that just wasn't threatening. That wasn't what he was supposed to incite the Avengers to fight against each other.
Yep.
But Bane just flat out. Just like, that's it, this is over.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yep.
The action in it, like, it's all more practical. It also seems more real to me.
Yep.
Like, with
more
the first,
visceral.
Yeah, with the first Iron Man movie, I could even say that was, like, more real than it should have been. Like, Iron Man, that movie, that all seemed plausible to me because he was like, this is the steps we're going to take.
But it did.
Yeah, but it seemed more plausible in that sense. But then when they brought magic into it, I was like, why is he even bothering with all this armor and things? He knows there's magic now.
Yep.
And but with Batman, it's always been in that same universe.
Set in the real world.
And to me, that always seemed more like I could connect with it.
Yep.
It was more of I get what's going on here. I mean, sure, it doesn't make sense that he goes off for years, comes back and dresses as a bat.
Yeah.
But then again, it's a comic book movie, so really, you leave that logic at the door. I mean,
it's as good as it gets.
Just put machine guns on the bat machine, just kill everyone inside there.
I feel better now.
No, you can't say that after that guy did that at the Batman movie.
Yeah, we should probably, just before we move on, just say, like, our hearts go out to all those people who died in that and massacre, that psychopathic
crazy bastard.
What's wrong with him? Like, seriously, I hate the idea people are going to say Batman, like, the movies caused this. That's just
and some of the things I've heard and the way he was dressed and stuff like that. It's like
it sounds like he was trying to push blame onto something else. So like there are crazy sons of bitches everywhere. Everywhere.
Don't let something like that deter you from still going out there and enjoying yourselves.
That was like a once in a lifetime thing that's going to happen.
There's nutballs everywhere.
Same thing happened. I mean, remembering that the Columbine was the one. Was that immediately everybody just started hammering, was it goth type music because copped a lot of flack from that because quote unquote they were calling themselves goths and that, and he took a lot of flack from it. And end of the day, people are always going to try and blame everything apart from possibly the person who did it.
Maybe God only knows. Maybe he thinks Arkham really exists and he just wanted to see the Joker.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought he was the Joker.
Yeah, probably. It's, but as Matt said, our hearts go out to everybody it's a horrible thing to have happen.
I was going to say, when they also did that, they also said they were going to blame Doom, that game.
Really?
Because they found it in their apartment or where they lived. The FBI did a analysis on those kids. They would analysis on everyone who commits a mass murder. So the only thing that these kids have in common, it's not video games or movies, the only things they have in common is that they're male and that they're depressed. That's it. There's no other link between them apart from those two things. They'll go back and look at this. They won't blame any movies or anything. They'll just say he was a male and he was depressed. That was pretty much all they'll say about him. That
pretty much covers everything.
It shouldn't cover that. But anyway, so overall, I gave Avengers 8 out of 10. I give this one 9 out of 10. That's
sweet. Okay, definitely worth seeing. Everybody should see it.
Yeah.
Here's a question: have you ever given a movie 10 out of 10?
I think that's kind of hard to do.
Not really. That would imply that the movie is perfect and that nothing else will ever beat it ever. And there's.
Do you think there'll ever be that day?
No.
What did you give Scott Pilgrim? Because you enjoyed Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, I gave him 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10 Scott Pilgrim.
I think it's more along the lines of when you make a movie, you should never aim to please everyone. Like it's impossible to please everyone.
I don't think you could.
But a 10 out of 10 movie implies that the movie everyone will like it. Like everyone. There's not one person who will come out of that movie going, No, that movie wasn't very good. It wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't like it. Yeah. It implies that at least 10% of the population won't like it.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, I can totally understand that. Yeah, I don't think I could ever give anything a 10 out of 10. And if I have, I've usually just been joking.
Yeah.
So yeah. There's good movies, but yeah, there's always something you can pick on.
Like your review, 20 out of 10. That implies that everyone on Earth and another planet somewhere likes the movie.
Yes. All alien races love this movie.
I think when I do something like that, it's probably mostly because it's like I found it that enjoyable that just using the normal scale didn't sort of help for me.
Okay, let's move on from this. We'll jump over to an ad break and we'll come back with something slightly less serious.
I'm slightly depressed now.
With over 20,000 items in stock and new stock coming in every Thursday, Cosmic Comics is the place to be for all your awesome geekiness. We have 5 distributors of comics, toys, statues and more, so chances are, if you've seen it anywhere else, we can get it too. Located just across from Rockingham City Shopping Centre, there is no better comic shop in WA. Cosmic Comics, we're more than just a comic shop.
We're back from the ad break.
I've finished crying my heart out now to those people.
We're supposed to come back and we're supposed to do forum questions, but our forum questions buddy isn't here.
Yes.
Do we have to go far to say buddy?
No forum questions.
No forum questions.
Yeah, no forum questions. So, do you want to do a little review? Did you read all of Captain Marvel?
I read the first 5 pages.
Yeah.
Fully, and then I realised I didn't get any of
it.
it. So
Okay. So what we're going to do is a quick review of Captain Marvel #1 because it came out last week.
Yes.
Myself and Anime Ann have read the entire thing, and Movie Matt has read a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit.
I flicked through it.
I saw the trailer for it.
The cover, as opposed to the internal artwork. That is the main thing. People come in, they see the cover and go, bleh.
Yeah.
The internal artwork. Do you prefer the internal artwork or the cover artwork?
I do actually quite enjoy the internal artwork. I mean, it was looking at the front page, it's like, hang on, what the... But then when you flick through, it's like, oh, actual artwork actually does look better.
Nice artwork.
I think they probably should have done something a bit better with the cover.
They're going to stick with that cover artist. What did you think, Matt?
I like the internal more. When you gave me that cover... I thought, did you just hand me a comic from 1963?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It has that kind of aesthetic to it. Internal
something like that. Yeah.
It's bordering on 50s for my
If you saw that sitting on the shelf, you wouldn't pick it up to read it.
No. And I've had that a few times where I've opened it up for people and they've seen the inside and they said, if that artwork was on the cover, I wouldn't have asked you, I'd just have grabbed it.
Yeah.
So, okay. First off, ignore the cover. It's just a weird looking picture. The internals are nicer artwork. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good story. It's got a lot of comedic points throughout it. It is Carol Danvers. Miss Marvel basically doesn't want to take on the name of Captain Marvel because Marvel died and she felt it was a dishonour to him. And it's basically her coming to terms with that. She fights alongside Captain America and has some words with Spidey and a couple of other people throughout it, and that's the basic story, really.
Yeah.
This is the first comic I've noticed with the AR application in it after Avengers vs. X-Men. And there's 3 panels throughout it, I think, where it'll actually have interviews with the woman that wrote this story. And after seeing those, I can see where she's coming from. And she's written a really powerful, yet damaged woman that's just trying to find a place and do it right. And I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it, yeah.
I always enjoyed the Miss Marvel comics, so going on to this, I feel it's the right step.
Yeah. No, it should be a good ongoing series, yeah, definitely. If they change the cover artwork, of course.
Yeah.
It might sell better then.
I think up to issue 4 is still the same cover artist.
Is it?
From memory.
They should have a word with him.
Yeah. Or her.
I
don't know who's doing the cover up.
Knowing our luck, it'll be that, and then the next, from 5 onwards, it'll be John Romita Jr.
No!
No, it's actually really good artwork on the inside of it.
Yeah.
The cover is 3. There's
cover
3
artist?
different people doing
Oh, wow. Oh, Ed McGuinness. Really?
Hang on, we're talking variants or is
Actually,
this the
now that you
actual
say
work?
that, yeah, it does sort of look like Ed's work.
So you had one person do one
Definitely.
section of it, another person do another section,
Yeah,
Or-
no, you always had a different cover artist.
There's variant colours and stuff
Yeah.
like that as well. But sometimes they'll list.
So-
But yeah, okay.
I'm assuming then this one is the...
It was actually written by a woman.
Yeah,
but,
yes,
um,
I know. I saw
yeah.
the
we have,
interviews,
not
but
that
yeah.
we have anything against that.
No,
It's
no.
written by a woman.
Oh. So you only read a little bit and then you flicked through it, obviously, because I gave it to you about 2 minutes before we started the
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
What did you think? Was it enjoyable to you?
The bit was funny.
Yeah.
It's funny enough. I mean, like, it was the same deal as last time we did on anything. I haven't read any other ones.
Yeah, yeah.
I have no idea what's really going on or what these people are doing. I get it's Captain America. Yep, good. Okay, he has a shield. We have to keep the shield away.
Yeah.
That's all I got, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
That should have been the cover.
Yeah,
That should have.
The last
Look
page
at
should have
last
been the
page,
cover.
yeah.
Yep. Except the weird mask thing, I'm not too...
No,
She's
she
in
just
space.
wears that when she
I can-
goes into
I can
space.
understand it and stuff,
Yeah.
but yeah.
It's like...
Spoiler.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
yeah.
What if
She
you got
goes
against
into
that
space.
What if you got against Bane's mask? I don't get it.
So yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good comic, and I'm looking forward to reading more of them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like Aquaman.
Like Aquaman. Aquaman was awesome.
Aquaman was
Leave
good.
Aquaman
Yeah.
alone.
If I had a bit more time to read through it, probably was it, as I say...
Would you be interested in reading it after having a quick flick through?
Yes, because I mean the artwork was looking at the internal artwork that sort of definitely drew my eye. So it's like, oh, hang on, I really want to have a better look at it now.
Okay.
So
Okay.
ignoring the front cover, yeah, I
I
definitely
wouldn't mind
have-
applying that artwork to something I'm more familiar with.
Yeah.
Then I
So,
would be more interested. But yeah.
If I was looking at
Okay.
starting up something new, then yeah, I'd definitely have a look at it.
It does really jump into the action and sort of assume that you know at least a little bit of the backstory.
Yeah.
But I know the backstory, so it was easier for me. Okay, cool. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel #1, yay?
Yay.
Yay.
Yeah,
Okay.
why not? Yeah.
Woo! Okay. Okay, so we're moving on to challenge mode. I had to go for the weirdest sounding take of your voice.
Which one?
Challenge mode.
Why not?
Okay, because it seems to be our thing now. I figured I'd go for a quiz.
Yeah, but you didn't even make this one up. You just stole it from the back of a magazine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on. I did. It's brilliant.
But it's hard
Okay,
questions.
can I make, guys, one small question? Am I actually going to get a proper sound effect, or am I going to be stuck with a clicking pen?
What's wrong with the sound of a clicking pen?
You'll
Because
We'll
you'll
give you
find
a
out when it gets
walkie
released.
Yeah.
We'll give him a
Because
walkie
everybody
around.
else got one.
It depends on
or
how
even
much
maybe
time I
Darth
have.
Vader.
Can you make it
Did you see the Star Wars
and so like going,
t-shirt?
sure!
Oh, the Glow in the Dark one? Yeah, I did see that one.
Yeah. Okay. So I have to say thank you to Craig, Mr. Silver Age Shut, from Comics Buyer's Guide, because that's where this trivia's come from. Test your comics trivia with Mr. Silver Age. There's like 16 quizzes in here, so I'll just like jump from one to the next and see
Just
who gets what.
randomise,
Yeah,
yeah.
see what we get.
Whoever gets the first question right wins.
I'll give you an idea of the topic of the particular questions because they are topic based.
Good.
Of
Is
each
there
of them.
any
so-
based on Dark Knight Rises?
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
The rest of you haven't seen it.
Matt
I
won.
win! Yes, come on! Spoilers!
So,
Spoilers!
Oh. Okay, so
Who plays the role of the Joker?
Oh.
Johnny Depp.
Yes. What? Wait.
Oh, I'm not spoiling
Okay.
anything.
Okay, so I suppose we best test the buzzers. Do we want different sound? Yeah, screw it. I'm going to
Yes.
do different sound
Different
effects
sound
for everybody.
effects,
So let's start it off with Anime Ann.
What do you want now, Sensei?
Okay.
Sounds like a squeaking chair. Okay.
Movie Matt.
I'm Gotham's reckoning.
Okay, and Milwaukee.
You get a question wrong. You have my permission to die.
Who invited Billy Herman here?
Okay, so the first question is first villains. Who was the first villain fought by this hero? The Flash.
I'm Gotham's reckoning.
Stanley! Stanley! Stanley!
No!
Ah, no! Can I keep trying until I get one right?
I know. Ray tried that so much last week, but no.
I thought that worked. I mean, he got a washer and dryer, so it must be worth something.
Yeah.
What do you want now, Sensei?
Anime.
Anti-Flash.
No.
Or is it Reverse Flash?
It was like
Rewind.
we have to come up with a villain for the
Person.
Flash. Which is the first one we called? Anti-Flash.
Yes.
No.
No.
I got no idea.
I would have gotten that one.
Of course you do. You have the answers.
Yeah, but okay. The answer was the turtle.
What?
Yes, the turtle.
You seriously fought some Ninja Turtles the first time you went out?
I guess so.
It wasn't Gorilla Grodd then.
No, it was the turtle.
Come on, pick something I would actually heard of before.
Okay. I'm just going with the top questions here, and everybody's going to get this, so I'm waiting to see who is the first to answer this. This is about the Avengers.
Okay.
You,
Yes.
Matt?
It's the highest grossing movie of all time.
No.
Damn, I know I was wrong because Avatar is the highest grossing movie of all time. No.
Okay. Which Avenger is speaking on the cover of
I'm Gotham's reckoning.
Movie Matt?
Thor.
Correct.
So what actually was the rest of the question?
It's the cover of
Avengers
Avengers number 1.
I was going to say Loki, but
He's an Avenger.
I win the washer and dryer.
Woo! Congratulations. Okay. The third question, because I'm going to go through all 16 topics here, is about the Dark Knight. What was the full name of the man who sent Batman into the past?
I'm Gotham's reckoning.
Movie Matt.
Liam Neeson.
Close.
What do you want now, Sensei?
Ra's
Man.
al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul? No.
No.
Because I was saying Liam Neeson is the Ra's al Ghul's full name.
Yeah.
Or is it Ra's al Ghul?
No, it's definitely Raz.
Ra's.
Yeah, I'm out.
You're out? Okay. I knew nobody would get this because I had no idea. Professor Carter Nichols.
Wow.
Never heard of him.
There you go.
Obviously a relation to Professor Ray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. The Amazing Spider-Man. Whom did Spidey team up with? What? Okay, this.
It confuses even you.
That's how well done it was.
Whom did Spidey team up with Daredevil to defeat in Amazing Spider-Man number 16?
You mean who did they beat? Is that it?
Yeah.
Who
I
did
think so,
they
yeah,
team
yeah,
up to
yeah.
beat?
Judging by the answer,
Yeah.
yeah. Who did they team
So
up
it's
to
like-
beat? In Amazing Spider-Man issue 16.
What do you want now, Sensei?
Anime.
Bullseye.
No.
Has Bullseye ever fought Spider-Man?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes. Once, I think.
Wrong.
Sorry.
I'm hot solo, I'm hot solo, I'm hot solo.
Wookie?
Venom.
In 16?
Amazing Spider-Man 16.
Nah, I was taking a guess.
Venom was introduced in 300, so no, little off.
I'm Gotham's reckoning.
Movie Matt.
Chameleon?
Closer, but no. It was the Circus of Crime. Who is the Circus of
They
Crime?
had to fight a
No
whole
idea.
circus? Oh, man.
Here's one.
Evil
Here's
circus.
an interesting one.
Told you the circus.
This one.
Very
What hero was born on February 29th?
Hero.
What hero was born on February
Yes, 'cause
29th?
we all know stuff like that.
No.
I'm Gotham's reckoning.
Movie Matt.
Batman?
No.
Oh.
Close, but no.
I'm hot solo, I'm hot solo, I'm hot solo.
Wookie.
Tony Stark. Iron Man.
Definitely not.
No.
What do you want now, Sensei?
Anime.
Superman.
You got it! It was Superman. Okay.
Does Krypton have a similar year to Earth?
Ah, yeah.
No.
Good question.
Because if that's the case, they might have different names for months and days
Yes.
and
Yes.
length of days and how long a year is.
Shut up.
He's really 2,000
It wasn't
years old.
Batman.
Maybe that was
But it was
actually the
closer.
day he
Yes,
fell
yeah.
onto
It was
the,
DC.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got one for Movie Matt, one for Anime Ann. Okay, moving on. Wow, okay. The topic of this question is this Jimmy Olsen adventure real, or is it a hoax, a dream, or an imaginary story?
I'm Gotham's
Question-
reckoning.
What?
It's a hoax.
Okay. No.
Ah,
Okay, the question is, Jimmy Olsen...
it's real.
No.
What? It's not real or a hoax. What is this?
Jimmy Olsen marries Linda Danvers, not knowing she is also Supergirl, in Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen number 57. Is it a hoax, dream, or an imaginary story?
I'm hot solo. I'm hot solo. I'm hot solo.
Dream.
Sorry, Wookie did get there first, and... No.
Oh.
Anime Ann, sorry, gotta go over to Anime Ann.
I'm gonna drown her out with clicks.
What was left?
Hoax, dream, or imaginary story?
Imaginary story.
Okay, you got 2 points. It was an imaginary story. It was not real! But it had to be a specific kind of not real.
Oh, wow.
Definitely wasn't real.
Because it was a hoax, a dream, or an imaginary story. What? Okay. First words! These are the first words ever spoken by what character? Look at the time! I better finish my costume for the policeman's masquerade ball tonight and get going.
Exactly how old was this person? If it was their first words, they were like,
It was their first
6
words
months
in
old?
the comic.
What do you want now, Sensei?
Anime Ann.
Catwoman.
Close, but no.
I'm Gotham's reckoning.
Iron Man.
Movie Man.
No.
No.
Surely that was Stark's first words when he was like 6 months old. Surely. Can we get the quote again?
Okay, the quote again was, "Look at the time! I better finish my costume for the policeman's masquerade ball tonight and get going."
Surely it's female.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, it is
it is
female,
female.
which is why I said close.
I'm hot solo. I'm hot solo. I'm hot solo.
Wookie.
Batgirl.
He got a point.
Oh my god!
It was Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. Because my next point was going to be the fact that it is the daughter of a policeman.
Oracle.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
that works. It sort of works.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got one for Matt, one for Wookie, two for Anime Ann. Moving on to famous kisses. Who was the
no.
first young woman to be shown kissing Peter Parker?
I'm hot solo. I'm hot solo. I'm hot solo.
Wookie.
Gwen Stacy.
Yes. Okay, Wookie's now on 2. Cover counts. How many members of the Fantastic Four are on the cover of Fantastic Four number 51? This man, this monster.
I'm Gotham's reckoning.
3.
Maybe Matt. No.
I'm hot solo. I'm hot solo. I'm hot solo.
All 4 of them.
No.
What do you want now, Sensei?
2.
Yes!
5.
It says 2. That's not the thing. Okay.
Hey, we're in order.
Legion Law. Who was Mystery Lad? That's a good question.
It's a mystery to me.
And that sound you're hearing is crickets.
Okay, I'm just going to skip it and say it was Elemental Lad. Because I'll never clue.
Who is Elemental Lad?
I have no idea. It's cover scenes.
I think he's actually in one of the new ones.
I think
that's
he
coming
is,
out.
yeah. I think so.
Rehashed character.
Cover
Yeah.
scenes. Who does Daredevil battle on the cover of the first issue in which he wears his red suit?
I'm hot solo. I'm hot solo. I'm hot solo.
Bullseye.
No.
That's the only villain you know in that universe, isn't it?
No, but I had more of a chance of that.
What do you want now, Sensei?
Anime?
Kingpin.
No.
And you only know that because you saw the movie.
Yeah. Would you like to give it a go?
That's
Ruby
the only
Matt?
2 villains in the movie. I don't know anymore.
Okay.
Stan Lee?
Oh.
My
I was
closest?
going to give you a hint.
Is it female?
I still wouldn't know.
It was the first mutant.
Yeah.
Not Namor.
It was Namor.
Oh.
See, I didn't know that either, so it doesn't matter.
Does he get on with
Who
anybody?
does Daredevil battle? Doesn't say he's a villain. Which was where my hint was going to go.
Yes.
Okay, Superman's brothers. Didn't know he had any.
No.
Yeah.
Who was introduced in the story Superboy's big brother in Superboy 89? No.
I realised I would do a lot better if I actually read any of these.
Yeah.
I've never read any comics before.
Don't look at me.
Okay, it was Mon-El. He's in the latest
I
Superman
know
comics
that
and
name.
stuff.
See,
but-
if I had said Mr.
Didn't know.
L, would that have counted?
Possibly.
Yeah, it would have been
I
half
counted
point.
you, yeah. No, he was in the those Superman ones they did a couple of years back with the new Krypton and all that stuff.
Yeah, I haven't read any
Mon-El
of
was
those.
in there.
Yeah. Okay, this is an interesting one. Nobody's going to get this, because this is just a weird question. Key numbers. Name the title for which this number represents a pivotal issue.
Is that subjective?
Number 105. Which comic is that a pivotal issue for?
I'm hot solo. I'm hot solo. I'm hot solo. Solo.
Wookie.
Superman.
No.
I'm Gotham's reckoning.
Matt.
Ninja Turtles.
No.
It's pivotal to me.
It is.
Considering they haven't gotten that far.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's
know
why
what
it's
happens in
pivotal to
one
me.
hour.
I think you just picked.
What do you want now, Sensei?
Green Lantern.
You got the closest. It was actually the Flash.
Oh.
What the heck
Why? I
happens in
don't
105?
know.
What happened?
Flash
Oh,
105.
what
I
happened
gotta
in
look up
Flash
Flash
105?
105. Candor. That's the subject of this. Who is Superman's double on the emergency squad?
What do you want now, Sensei?
Batman.
No.
His double?
Well, yeah. Would you like a hint?
It's not going to help, but okay.
I'm hot solo. I'm hot solo. I'm hot solo. Solo.
Bizarro.
No.
Yeah, because Bizarro is going to put aside his differences
Yeah.
of being evil to help him.
People look at Bizarro.
We said double.
Nobody will get it. It's Van Z. Van Z.
That sounds
Last
fancy.
issues. Let's move on to the next one. Last issues. Jesus Christ. Who wrote the last issue of Adventure Comics to feature the Legion of Superheroes?
This guy has too much spare time. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, way too much spare time. Are you kidding me?
Way too much.
It's like that. There's a guy that was on the episode of South Park where they had World of Warcraft and he was just going around killing everyone. That's how much spare time he has.
So I'm not so much concerned about him because he has Wikipedia to look all this stuff up. I'm concerned about the guy who gets them right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's off his head.
That's
a
the main one you... Whoa,
Yeah,
what?
that's going to be someone who's been collecting for years.
Okay, the answer was
Second
Jim
one.
Shooter.
Yeah, centuries. Centuries of collecting. You're looking at Superman of comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, second last question, because I'm going to ask two of these.
Well, I'm going to give up then because I can't win.
Who was the first Marvel villain to wear a cape?
I'm hot solo. I'm hot solo. I'm hot solo. Solo.
Okay.
Dr. Doom.
No.
I'm Gotham's reckoning.
Matt.
Oh, man.
Yes. That's cheating.
It's cheating.
How did he cheat?
He already knew the question.
I'm back in the game!
Okay, and last question. Which Wonder Woman... See, everybody goes, oh.
Oh.
Villain looked like a giant oriental egg.
I'm Gotham's reckoning.
Movie Matt?
The one that looked like an oriental egg.
Eggman?
Yeah, surely. Robotnik.
It
Robotnik!
was Robotnik. Okay, Wookie.
Yeah, Rocky. Yeah.
Oh, damn. I was thinking the Marvel character that kind of looked like an egg. MODOK.
Humpty
Double
Dumpty.
egg. Modoc, no. Hey man, would you like a guess?
No idea.
It was Egg Foo!
Egg food.
Relation to was a Fu Manchu.
That's not real.
You know that
Apparently
means
there's
you
an egg
win.
foo. Okay, and Leanne wins. Woo!
Hey!
Hey!
Guess who's
I'm
gonna
doing
win?
something.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so we've had 3 winners, and they've all been different. First time it was Matt, second time it was me, now it's Leanne. Whee!
I've come
Okay.
close.
You fail.
And if you write a quiz, you better have stuff on there we know.
Yeah.
Instead of questions like that. That was ridiculous.
I'm surprised I even got 2. To be honest,
You got 2, you got 3?
Yeah,
I
I
got
got 3.
4.
Well,
4?
No, 3.
No, that
3.
last one. Oh no, yeah, that's right. Sorry, 3.
And you got 2.
I'm bad.
Yeah.
So 2, and
3.
that's not bad out of 17 ridiculously hard questions.
Yeah.
So what do I win? The chance to write the next quiz.
You win the next 4 months off.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations. As a matter of fact, that's what we all win. Because we're coming to the close of the show. That's it. That's it for this year, basically. 2012's over for the Comic Box, mostly because I just don't have enough time to be able to continue doing this podcast. I am hoping that we will continue in other forms. Both Anime Ann and myself will be trying to do video reviews and the pick of the weeks and things like that for the website. I'm hoping that Movie Matt and Professor Ray will continue their own version of a podcast show, probably based on
if
anime
he's not
and stuff.
too busy making out with the dishwasher, yeah, sure, okay, fine.
Ew.
And I guess I get my Wednesdays off now. Yay.
Swednesdays.
Wednesdays.
Swandays. Yeah, so that's it for this year. We may be back next year with a podcast format, but at the moment, everybody's welcome to be a part of the video show or suggest reviews or things they want to know about. The forums will still be up and running. We will be checking them on a regular basis. If you want to know any information, we can give you a text one on there. Or we can work something out and maybe do a video show every now and then. Any of the major movies, any of the major events and things like that, there will be a video version of an elongated... What was the original show? The Comic Shelf. There we go.
Yeah.
So this is it for 2012. Thanks for listening to us.
Yeah.
And we hope you all enjoyed. Let us know if you want us back.
All those 3 of you.
Yeah.
Please.
Sorry to all of those people that just started listening last week to us.
Was that my show? Was that really that good?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, it's
Yeah.
really good.
Are you saying I should do that more?
Yeah, everybody
Yeah, you
really
should do that
liked your
more.
show.
Yeah.
So, congratulations.
Yeah.
Yes,
You
I am the
are-
champion of this too. We are now going to put up a link. Who is your favourite podcastee?
Yes. Yes. You have the choice of me or him.
Movie Matt.
Okay. So,
I've
yes.
had less time to screw up. So.
Woo! Okay, so thanks for joining us. We hope you join us for our other endeavours in shows and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Like I said, all of the forums and everything are still running. If you want a question answered or anything like that, let us know. And we'll do our best to answer any questions that crop up.
Yep.
We're all still on there. So thanks for joining us, and we're out of here. I'm Psycho Scott.
Movie Matt.
Anime Ann.
The Wookiee.
And look to the future. It's not as bleak as you think. You're all fired!